Welcome to day 6 of soul care. We've been exploring all these subtle energies in our body, shifting our energy. And today we're going to talk about energy flow. And we talked about the chakras, we talked about the nadis and the meridians in acupuncture. And we're going to talk now about two important energetic highways, if you will, that are derived from traditional Chinese medicine and also the Taoist framework. And we're going to do a breathwork practice that allows us to recirculate our energy. Now, in traditional Chinese medicine, we believe that there are two main vessels. We call this the conception vessel, or the renmai, which essentially goes from, if you were to imagine, say, a zipper, it goes from the base of the perineum all the way up to the top of the head and then circulates back down. So this is called the conception vessel. So it's going to zip up through midline and it's going to be carrying the yin energy. And then what happens is it will get recirculated into the du, or the governing vessel meridian, and goes straight down midline, down the back, and then recirculates. So the understanding is that there's a cycling effect between yin and yang energy, and there's a transformation between the two. So, what we're going to do today is cycle our breath, our energy, imagining that it is recirculating and also being harmonized. So, what I'm going to then invite you to do is, and you've probably heard this now multiple times, to feel your feet on the floor, to feel your body being supported on the chair. Allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your neck to get long, softening the features of the face, and bringing your focus and concentration to your breath, allowing it to naturally rise and flow. And so for this type of breath, we're going to do 5 in and 5 out. However, if you feel like that's a little too short, that's a little too long of a count, feel free to move in your own count, whatever feels the most natural for you. So I'm going to invite you to imagine that on your next inhale, that there is light coming from the base of the perineum, and that light is with parallel to the breath. On the exhalation, it's traveling all the way up to the crown of the head, and you reach the top of your inhale, and on the exhale, it's coming down your spine, coming at the end of the exhalation to the base of the spine. And so we'll do 7 rounds of that. I'm going to count to 5. However, you can count on your own time. And for this, you can keep your eyes closed, partially open, whatever's the most comfortable for you. And then when you get to the base of the spine, imagine that the breath and that light circles back to the front, reaching all the way to the top of the head. And then exhale, coming back down the spine. Coming to the base of the perineum. Inhaling, that light comes back up again. Coming to the crown of the head. And then exhale, recycling it back down to the spine. And for the next 4 breaths, I'll have you do this on your own. And when you've completed your last cycle, I invite you to just take in how you feel. Just notice, enjoy if you're feeling good. Really savor, soak in if you're feeling relaxed. So I invite you to reflect. What did you notice as you engaged in this breath work? Did you notice a shift in your energy? Did you perhaps notice that there were areas or parts of your body that may have been difficult to breathe through, or maybe easy to breathe through? So I invite you to practice this breath work as often as you can. For me, it was incredibly relaxing and grounding. And I invite you to also just continue to notice as you engage with these exercises and get more exposed to your subtle energies. Perhaps maybe there was an exercise that you liked more than the others or felt called to do more. So we're coming up to our very last exercise. We're going to be doing Yoga Nidra tomorrow, and it will be our last integration exercise. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow.